Oh no!
Oh, I got one of them. I'm 50-50. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
down here in the Christmas tree, bottom right position, the blue Terran from Infinity Gaming. She is my darling. And over here on the left side, from parts unknown, the red Terran. She is ZombieGrub.
You mean parts unknown?
I don't know
The
what team she's
famous
from.
streamer, ZombieGrub.
Well, she can be famous, but where is she from? Oh,
I don't know
exactly.
geographically where she's from. She's from Awesome. That's all you need to know. So
Hey, why can't Protoss
let's
get a
talk
date?
about these.
Why can't
Uh,
Protoss get dates?
why not? Oh boy.
Because they're all stalkers. No? No? Damn.
We're just gonna leave a little dead air after that one. Oh lord. What
Alright.
it's gotten into? Usually it's me with the bad jokes.
I have to make,
Yeah.
you know, usually you say more than this. I mean, we can't
I
all forget the
do. I mean,
Colossi joke. That was fun.
oh lord. Yeah, we'll break that one out when we have a Protoss player to watch. So let's talk about these spawn locations for a second here, Izanagi.
Okay.
That's one of the unique features of Frost is that it really does matter quite a bit on whether you're vertical spawns or horizontal or cross spawns here. I'd say more so than some of the other 4-player maps, which are sort of like symmetric in all directions. And here, this is a close by air. So a Banshee opening here might do a little bit more damage, but as we see, MyDarling has the recipe to cure the cloaked Banshee problem there, and looks like we're seeing a very similar build here. I would be very surprised if ZombieGrub goes for cloaked Banshees again this game.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe she's figured out, huh. Okay, that's not working out so hot. This one
Yeah,
SCV
MyDarling is going to get a scout here.
that one SCV is working away at that other SCV, but the Marine comes in with a giant Gauss rifle. Whatever happened to prisoners of war? Why do we have to have civilian casualties?
SCVs are not civilians.
They are civilians.
Look how insidious this thing looks.
It looks like somebody is in an automatic mining apparatus.
Listen. Yeah. Wait, what did SCV is? Space construction vehicle. We had this question answered a while
Was
back.
it space construction? I keep thinking it's something else.
Yeah, space construction vehicle. For those of you wondering, we ask the hard questions here at Infinity Gaming. And ZombieGrub, here we go again. This looks to me like the same Banshee opening, and on the other side, this looks like the same hard counter opening that MyDarling has done for the past 2 games to great success here.
Yeah, I'm really starting to worry for ZombieGrub here. I mean, that one Cloak Banshee play the first game worked out for her, but ever since it's kind of been just like deflective, and then the positioning. Now, I will admit, ZombieGrub doesn't really fall behind after her Banshee play. She
in the last game on Yansu, she didn't overcommit to it, which is huge. And she poked in. She did actually get 4 or 5 worker kills, and so it is enough to get you ahead. Unfortunately, once sort of like the army of doom for Monica gets rolling, once she gets those 4 or 5 factories going, like you saw, like World of Tanks kicks in, and
the positioning
is
just
it's just so hard to stop. Going Marine tank, it's so hard to stop just pure tank. You gotta outmaneuver it, be more mobile, try dropping, those sort of things. It's like the age-old thing that everybody keeps saying about mech. Mech is immobile, so you have to outmaneuver it, and a lot of times you can't just go head-on against the mech army.
yeah, it's kind of the one thing we said earlier about MyDarling was her multitasking is not as great as it really needs to be to really take it to the next level. But her positioning and her sense of where her units need to be is really good. It's like,
yeah, great timing here on the scan. She sees Tech Lab researching, sees the Banshee about to pop here. Must assume that it's a Banshee, and Raven on the way, and there's a Marines here to deal with this. So yet again, we see this. I mean, these last 3 games, like if you look at the build order tab, you wouldn't be able to tell the 3 of them apart.
She actually canceled Cloak, which tells me
Good.
she
I
wants
like
to go
this.
into something completely different. I don't
Flying
think.
over the Christmas tree.
Yeah, she's gonna be unhappy to see that.
Going
Quick,
to be the
burn the
most
tree down.
action we've ever seen on top of the Christmas tree here.
What?
Banshee shooting a spy depot on top of the Christmas tree.
Somebody's getting a lump of coal
It's like
in
the
there.
prettiest thing I've ever seen. Fuel tidings here. Auto turret going down. Gonna try to pick away at this, but
Yeah.
not really in the Christmas spirit at the moment. ZombieGrub decides to pull back. She started a command center during all of this harass down on the low ground, and that will be completing probably about the same time that MyDarling chooses to move her command center down as well. So both players pretty even as far as converging to this sort of two-base economy point of view.
Yeah, and you know what? Neither player has any tanks yet, which always makes me nervous. I never like seeing a TV2
Yeah,
with
here
no
they
tanks.
Tanks are on the way, don't you worry.
I know, I worry. I'm a worrier. What can I say? This Banshee gonna cross over. Looks like it's gonna cross over. Oh, jeez.
Ooh, gotta be careful. Good micro there, able to pick off a few Marines. Gonna be able to kite these Marines forever. MyDarling knowing that,
Yeah,
retreating, but there's a Viking. That is not something the Banshee wants to play with, and
Santa
I'll go
giving you a new
Viking.
toy.
Look what MyDarling got for Christmas. It's a Viking!
It's a Viking. And not one of those crappy Vikings that they use in the cinematics to get trampled by Ultralisks.
Yeah, that's bad decision, Viking.
Bad decision, Viking. This little poke here.
Gonna drop in the main.
2 ships passing in the night. Neither player knows where the other
He's gonna
is.
snipe Stim here.
Oh god, killing off Stim would be huge. Oh my god.
SCV's being pulled. Will manage to get Stim and a few SCV kills here. Also able to pick off a medevac and only loses 3 Marines here for her trouble. So
Whoa!
ZombieGrub
That tank is
out
way
of
out.
position here, but that tank is way out of position as well. Gonna
But you know
take
what?
out a tank of her own up in the main.
Tank for tank, and you know, if she gets combat shield, she's not gonna go for combat shield.
And
Stim.
gonna choose to retreat here, saving the Raven, as well as 4 of those Marines. So lots of damage done there by MyDarling, picking off Stim research as well as killing a few workers. So ZombieGrub starting Stim again here.
Yeah,
from the
picking
other
off
Tech Lab
Stim like
barracks,
that
and
is sort of like picking off Warp Gate in a TVP. It's just so crucial, and it's such a blow.
Here we go. Take a look at MyDarling's base here. He's going into full production mode.
Yep, that Mechazilla, or that Mechazor is on its way.
Yeah, is gonna spot the move out here.
Whoa!
Mega powered. And Raven getting caught out of position there. So MyDarling's gonna have a little bit of work cut out for her as all of her factories not yet producing. So she's gonna need to hold this here. Widowmine gonna help do that. 2 tanks are sieged up here. Tank count heavily in the favor of MyDarling, and will soon be even further, but ZombieGrub probably not going to commit to a push right now. I think she's just sort of posturing outside the front of the base.
Yeah, there's not really any way she could really break in here without taking massive losses. And neither player is really in any kind of advantage where they can exploit. I mean, ZombieGrub's got map control. That's something she can't exploit. The problem being that, well, yeah, I'm going to expand, and now that's kind of it. Expand, get the production up, and prepare.
I find it amusing. We see for ZombieGrub scouting with the factory and spotting with that, and we see for MyDarling spotting with the barracks. So that's probably the only difference between these 2 builds is what you're spotting with for. And MyDarling's got 2 more CCs down already, so she's going to be able to just mule the crap out of any expo she has.
Yep.
Moving out with a couple of Hellions, will she be able to get past this? Army is out of position, and Medevac with boost is going to be able to do some hasty advances into there, but this factory, yeah, this combination of factory barracks will
barracks
scoot away.
Now, +1 and concussive shell gonna finish for ZombieGrub in just a little bit. These Hellions doing a little bit of damage here, not too much actually. Only
Yeah, not quite as much as last game, but 9 workers killed. Still a fair bit, and every bit helps.
Oh, we need a
Monica
pause.
requesting a pause here.
We need time. Something in the world has gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Yep. So, while we're paused here, we just want to thank all of you who just joined us. Great to have you here on stream. This is, of course, the second semifinal in our Ladies of the Swarm tournament, all-female tournament, showcasing the best and the brightest female StarCraft players. And as we've found today, lots of upsets and lots of up-and-coming new players here.
Yep, very exciting. And you know what? This is really kind of the next generation. I mean, Celendis I don't know anything about. I know MyDarling, she's young and really really good at StarCraft at such a young age. It's kind of like growing the next generation, and it makes me so happy to know that there's still hope. Especially with all the trolls who say dead game.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, MyDarling is 13 years old.
I mean, it's like in Korea.
She would be 14, but she's 13.
It's like in Korea.
She's Canadian as well.
The 14-year-olds going to the pro camps and playing professionally and whatnot. Send her to an MLG or something. I don't know. That one factory going to be destroyed. A couple of SCPs out
ZombieGrub
here.
has started mining from a third before MyDarling here, but it looks like positioning of MyDarling's army, this third, is going to be secured pretty easily. So tanks unsieging now, bio knocking on the doorstep, but
that amount of bio
MyDarling's
really
just
can't
gonna
trade
start
out well
rolling
with
here.
this. I mean, even if there is no siege, now if there's a siege, yeah.
Now there's a siege. Yeah, unfortunately, ZombieGrub losing about a third of her army there. Her army was separated, and so not really able to trade. That went largely in the favor of MyDarling. Not losing any tanks there. Did lose some Hellions, but that's not really a thing to worry about too much.
Yeah,
Sensor tower's going down,
ZombieGrub,
so she will see anything coming in here.
yeah, ZombieGrub I feel would have been better served maybe by possibly coming in from the top side and dropping some
Gotta watch the
marauders
rally point.
on the tanks.
Yep. Loses 2 medevacs for free there.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what ZombieGrub needs to do. Oh, she decides not quite to commit to it. I think she's trying to see if she can lure MyDarling's army out by the implied drop here.
Yeah, she really
obviously
doesn't wanna...
MyDarling's gonna see it.
Oh
but,
my god. Look at all those turrets. Oh my god. Actually that one turret right there is going to block off that factory if they come out on the wrong side. Which could get awkward. And
Ooh,
looks like...
Widowmine does take a good shot there.
Yeah, but you know what? This little poke here. Yeah, it really didn't do much of anything.
Yeah, this is the right idea though. I mean, ZombieGrub has to do anything. She separated some of the army. There are just so many tanks
Oh
here.
my god, the concave is sick. GG. Good luck. That's it. MyDarling versus Celendis. I
Who
could
would
not have been
thought
wrong
at the
more.
beginning of this tournament.
I could not have been more wrong today.